Welcome back to HB Unfiltered Sports Talk. I'm joined by the Stiff Brownie. I'm the Dirtbag, and want to remind you that you can follow us on the following: Apple, YouTube, Instagram, Google, Twitter, Facebook, Spotify, Buzzsprout, and iHeartRadio. And remember, if you go to YouTube, you can put like and subscribe. No money, but that's going to help build our product and what we're trying to do here. It'll help us raise money eventually. So the job that I left that paid, I don't know, $110,000 will now start raising money so I can put the little dirtbag and finish his college education. And so I don't completely, shit the bed here with switching jobs. Careers. Yes. So anyways, no pressure.
So can I just can I say three quick things to tell our listeners about the Masters that I heard? So stay away from picking Bryson DeChambeau to do anything other than maybe playing the tournament on Saturday. Break
is King Cobra.
Yeah. What I do like is that just like the Super Bowl, the Masters has a ton of prop bets that you can make. One of the prop bets that I saw that I loved was the senior to finish the highest, and I like Bernard Langer.
Oh, I love that pick. You know, as soon as you said that, I was looking at the sheet. This guy is still playing unbelievable golf. He almost won the Newport.
Yes. The Toshiba.
Yeah, and he is always at the top of the leaderboard on the senior circuit. And there's younger guys like Jim Furyk, and they can't even snip the top 10. So I love that pick. What does it say? What it pays or anything?
No, I didn't. I did a deep dive, but I didn't do that big of a deep dive. I also found two prop bets. One I like much more than the other one. Both prop bets involve Tiger Woods. It's Tiger Woods to make the cut. The first one, which is the one that I like, is Jordan Spieth to finish top 20. I believe it's either even money or a little bit plus.
Yeah.
The other one is Tiger Woods to make the cut and Jason Day to finish top 20. Jason Day's a sneaky little play here in the Masters because he's got the game. He's been there a million times. He could make a run at it. That being said, I haven't seen him play good enough golf to finish in the top 10. He could make the top 20, but I know Jordan Spieth loves this course, and I know he dominates it.
Yeah.
So I'm taking Jordan Spieth with Tiger making the cut.
Yeah, I'm personally going to stay away from Day. I mean, this is a guy who, he's from Australia. He hates to fly. I don't know how he got over here, by the way.
He hates to fly?
Yeah, he hates to fly. He's one of the guys that has like this huge RV bus. And his wife, and kids live on it, and they travel back and forth across the country going to different events. So
sounds like Jason Hoffman.
But he also has something. I don't. He gets vertigo or something.
Oh yeah, no, he has documented vertigo for sure. Yeah.
So a guy gets vertigo. One of the 4 days. I'm sure that's going to kill his game. Sense. So I'm staying away from Day.
Yeah. So Speed top 20 with Tiger making the cut. Sprinkle some money on that as well.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, isn't the Masters and any tournament that Tiger's in, and everybody loves the redemption story. Everybody would love to see this guy win. Everyone thought he would never play again after he crashed. So
sure.
I mean, I'm pulling for him. I mean, can you imagine if he was in the lead on the final day, how many people on that course would be following him?
Oh, did you see his practice round on Monday?
Yeah.
It was like he was playing on the final day at Augusta when he was in competitive. When he was in it.
Yeah, and
it was just a practice round. I was like, oh my gosh.
Based on him walking, like you said, the undulation of this course, it is a tough course to walk for 4 days. And we know that his legs, he can't even play in back-to-back tournaments because he's hurting so bad after playing, 4 days. But can you imagine him doing that and coming back and winning the Masters again? It would be one of the best things in sports.
I think if it's any course that he loves to play, it's going to be this course.
Well, yeah, he plays very well at the Masters, and I was actually shocked because of all his,
ailments
and everything, that he should be like plus 10,000, but it's only 6.
Yeah,
which
it's
is still a
crazy.
lot of money. You put 100, you win $6,000. I probably want to even bet that just because
Why not?
if it happens, I mean, you want to talk about excitement
Yeah.
going into Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be awesome, and he is the spokesman for the PGA against the Live. So how awesome would it be? Just like we talked about Ohtani and Trout going against each other, you know, for the two best players in baseball on the two best teams in the world.
Yeah.
Going against each other. How about Cameron Smith and Tiger Woods in the final couple on Sunday going against each other? The Live spokesman versus the PGA spokesman.
Yeah, it would be amazing.
Would that not be good must-see TV?
Complete side note, apparently, obviously the past champions dinner was yesterday.
Okay.
Scotty Scheffler is the past champion, so he gets to pick the spread, which I heard was fantastic. I heard it was amazing. But Phil Mickelson was there, and from all reports that I saw, heard, and read, he literally said nothing during the dinner.
Well, I'm sure he said nothing because he's not eating anything. Have you seen Mickelson? He's a skeleton, bro.
Well, I know that he's shooting 77s and 78s, so
Well,
also, I would also stay away from Phil Mickelson as well.
Phil Mickelson's game changed because he changed everything with his workout, like
Sure.
try to lose weight, get in shape. I mean, David Duval did this, and his game went to crap.
It never came back.
Never came back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not. Mickelson has no chance. Watch him win it. All right, let's
transition
we're
to the
we're done
NFL.
with the Masters. We'll revisit the Masters, but I want to get into the NFL draft
Yes.
because we're only 2 or 3 weeks away. I think it's like April 26th, 27th, somewhere around there.
Sure.
End of April. I'm telling you, I watch some of these like media guys, and they talk about who should draft who, and everybody's got an opinion. I got to talk about this one guy. Comes on the air. The Houston Texans have the number 2 pick. We all know they need a quarterback, and they've been on Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud the whole time. I feel like the Panthers traded up ahead of them, and they're not taking Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud. They're gonna take Anthony Richardson because it reminds them of Cam Newton.
Oh, Jesus.
But this guy, I don't care if he was the greatest athlete at the combine. I would turn him into an edge rusher because this guy can't throw the ball correctly to a target. He was 54% with 3, 4, and 5-star receivers around him at Florida.
Wow.
They should have been better.
Yeah.
You
They
know?
should have.
So
I know that their games always seem to hit the under. I
Yeah.
know that for a fact because I bet on it.
Yeah.
So
So my point was they're going to take Anthony Richardson and they're going to shit the bed on the draft. All these GMs, God, they think they're smarter than the next guy when they're really not. The Houston Texans are supposed to take Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud. They also have the 12th pick in the first round. I have a guy that says that they should trade up with the Raiders at 7 for the 7th pick and take Will Levis. Now, let me get this straight. This guy thinks that they're going to draft Bryce Young. Let's just say they take Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, doesn't matter. And then they're going to turn around and trade away multiple draft picks of the future and take a second quarterback. Does this guy realize only one can play? The other will be holding a clipboard?
and now there's a lot of guaranteed money in those rookie deals.
Yes.
That wasn't
Yes.
there before.
First rounders all get a ton of money.
Sure.
I don't know if you know how the draft works, but it used to be all in like a couple days. Now, Thursday is just Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Or no, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday is just the first round.
Yeah,
because that's how important all these picks. These should be starters on your team
Wow.
the following year.
Sure.
So I'm not taking.
You can't miss on the first round.
You can when it comes to a quarterback, and that case in point, that would be funny if this guy's thinking they should take 2 quarterbacks, thinking one will be a bust, one will be like an Eric Couch, or Jamarcus Russell, but the other one's going to turn into a Mahomes or a Herbert. So if that's his thinking and it pans out that it worked out that way, then I'm going to call that GM a genius, and I'll take one. I'll take one in the shorts on that.
If I'm the owner and my GM is going to do this, I've got to really think about who the hell I just hired as my GM.
Yeah.
Because you're saying, like, I don't know which one's better. I've watched all the film. I've talked to the player. I've had them do all the mental tests that they have these guys do.
Yes.
And I still don't know.
I mean,
What am I paying you for?
What
You're supposed to be able to give me some sort of talent, like, evaluation.
Yeah. What would the two quarterbacks?
Makes no sense.
The two young quarterbacks would be staying there, holding their first round jerseys next to each other, taking a picture, going, "Why is the guy next to me a quarterback too?"
One has 2 and one has 7 on their jerseys.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
That would be terrible.
Like, you're already competing. You're already competing against each other for the starting job.
How embarrassing as a GM would I don't know which one to pick, so let's just throw them all in the same basket.
And the Texans are the worst team. Don't they need
they
need help
bad.
in every position? And you're going to overload on one? I don't get that.
Do you think if they take, let's say they don't take Bryce Young at 2 or Stroud, and they have the 7th pick because they trade for it, do you think that they can get one of the 3 quarterbacks at 7?
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
So why wouldn't you take like some crazy good edge rusher or?
Well, there's only 2 that if you do it, if Houston's thinking about going from 12 to 7, that number 2 pick's got to be either Will Anderson Jr. out of Alabama, who will be guaranteed 10-year Pro Bowler if he stays healthy.
Okay.
The other one is, even though he's got little problems off the field, Jalen Carter's a physical freak.
And he plays for who?
He played for Georgia.
Oh, okay, all right.
This guy's a talent. Now, he was
yeah.
going to be the number 1 pick, but now he's fallen because he was the one involved with the crash that killed the girl.
Yeah.
And his teammate, the offensive lineman,
and he was going 110 because that's what people, for whatever reason,
that's what you do when you win a national title.
Yeah.
You start driving like a maniac.
Yeah. So they take the kid from Alabama because they want to make the safe play, and then at 7.
That's where they'll get Will Levis.
Yeah, that guy's there.
Yeah,
so it's basically a win.
That would be a win if that's the way it works out for Houston. That would be a win. So I do like that, and you're giving the number 2 slot money to the right guy. He is not going to be a bust.
Yeah, no, he's not.
He is.
I know who you're talking about.
I would say Will Anderson is the one guy in the draft that will not be a bust. This guy is going to be a stud linebacker coming off the edge. Sure. He's going to be like Von Miller, basically.
Yep.
So you gotta just stick with a game plan like that if you're a GM. That way you get an A instead of a D by Mel Kiper.
Mel Kiper, that guy.
Him and his pompadour hair.
He's another bag of hot air like Stephen A. Smith.
They all are. These guys actually have jobs year round that just try to predict stuff. But what's funny is GMs listen to them.
I know, it's crazy. Whereas we're giving people picks and we're winning on picks and
like I honestly, like, I keep talking about this Anthony Richardson. Like, how does he move up to the number 1 just because of the combine? And everybody already knew that he was fast. Everybody already knew he had a great broad jump.
Sure.
Everybody knew he had a great vertical leap. It's what you do on the field. Just watch the tape of Anthony Richardson playing quarterback, and then watch the tape of Bryce Young.
Sure.
It's night and day. Bryce Young can hit any. He has all the throws.
I don't understand why the combine's even relevant anymore. Because, like, if you're a good player, I've got plenty of film on you, especially if you're playing in one of the top D1 schools, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the combine helps out perhaps a smaller school guy, maybe a D2 guy.
Oh, for sure.
That's where you go to the combine.
Yes.
But, like, I don't care how far you can jump. If you can't hit the receiver on the run, then what are you doing for me?
That's why Bryce Young didn't even go to the combine. He goes, hey, my proof's out there.
Yeah.
I was already a Heisman. I finished 3rd in the Heisman this past year. I've won national titles. I've done the work. You can watch every game that I played in and see that I can play this game.
Sure.
Anthony Richardson, I'm sorry, he doesn't complete enough passes. you have to be accurate in the NFL. I mean, the window's even smaller. The window's pretty big in college. You can be off and still make complete passes. You cannot do it. You cannot do it in the NFL.
Right, and the reason you can do that is like a Jamarcus Russell, where he had two phenom wide receivers.
Right.
You know, and then he gets to the Raiders and just absolutely is god awful.
Yeah. Quick note: the reason Jamarcus Russell rose, they played Notre Dame, who should have never made that game.
Sure.
Because of that stupid thing in their contract. If they win 10 games, they can make it to a nice bowl game.
Sure.
That was BS. That was a layup for him. All right, we're gonna have to call it a day. But hopefully our picks come in and we have good news for you when we come on back. See ya. Have a good weekend.